What's going on, guys? It's 4:30 a.m. I figured, hey, we could head out to the shop and I give you kind of a tour of what the home gym's looking like, and we can just talk about a few updates that I've gotten. I'm shooting this on the Canon M50, so I'll go and we'll plug a mic in, get some better audio going, and we'll discuss some things. All right, let's go do that. What's going on here? Doesn't matter. We made it out to the shop. So while I'm turning the lights on, essentially just holding the camera, but I'm holding the GoPro Hero 7 with the onboard microphone, and we're walking around the shop just getting stuff ready for this video. But I wanted to give you guys an update on a change in some of the camera gear that I've been using, I'm going to be using, whether it's audio or video, lighting or what have you. Just got a few things to hopefully make the videos just a little better. So as you can tell, this is pretty close, and we got the wide angle lens, so that's great and all, and I'm gonna probably use this camera for actiony stuff, because you know I'm an action sort of guy. Pretty much live for action. That's all I do, literally. Like every action is a doing thing. It's fine. Anyways, heater's off, so let's go ahead and just walk through some of the upgrades that I've done. Yeah, so you guys can get an idea of the progression, and maybe I'll throw out some ideas for YouTube videos that I've had, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so basically the first upgrade I got was the Rode Video Micro. So I got that plugged in now, and that's what you're hearing. And it upgraded the audio some, but honestly, you know, I went to a lapel mic because I think that it provides better audio. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and switch to that. Most of this video is going to be on the Canon M50, but we'll just go ahead and progress through upgrades so that we're all on the same page. Alright, so I got the lapel mic on, and in theory it's probably reasonably clear. I started using this primarily with my phone. Whenever I would take video with my phone, just like if I had a spur of the moment thing, I try to keep it in the car with me. And I like it quite a bit, especially when I'm driving. Like, makes the audio clean, and I like that. Yeah, it sounds good. I went ahead and picked up a 6-foot audio extension cable from Amazon, so that I can like keep it out super far and like have it up my shirt so that I look all spiffy. So can't tell what's I can't tell what's going on with my camera. I'm holding it with my hand. It's not working out very well. I don't really expect the first few minutes of this video to be super high quality, so just bear with me. We're going to make an attempt at like progressional upgrades here. So there you go. Well, you can kind of see it. So anyways, this whole thing, you got to have this thing in order to use a microphone. Just got the microphone and put it on the side there. Anyways, and then it goes inside the GoPro, and I made this sweet brass hookup thing. So now it's all like one unit and super legit. So essentially, as I was waiting for my M50 to get here, I went out and I got a like a floodlight. As you can see, got all those kinds of shadows because nobody's got time for deflectors and diffusers and all that stuff. We've got busy lives. We've got to focus on other things. So anyways, it's got a warmer light filter on it, and it's super bright. I don't know who in their right mind would actually use one of these things. But anyways, and then the M50 came, so I'll just go ahead and switch to that. Well, from the onset right now, it seems like this is just a higher quality. So yeah, I can see myself because I got a flippy screen. I turned the light down so I'm not so blinded. I got the mic thing going on, so this is it. It's going to be a while before I upgrade. I know that you guys probably saw like a few of the videos that I did with my phone, and those were good, but I think this is probably more, it's not more my style in the sense that I enjoy how ridiculously heavy this thing is at the end of a selfie stick, selfie tower. This is a selfie tower, but that's all right. We'll make it work, and hopefully it looks just a little bit better and it's not too shaky, but my muscles are already fatiguing, so I should probably just move on with the video. Just some of the upgrades to the gym. A friend and I brought in, let's see, this machine, the other one I'm about to show you, is a Vectra cable crossover machine. the VXFT, and it's got the fully articulating arms. You got the sort of the entry point for the attachments down there, and then you've got a little handle down there, and basically you can move the arms in and out, up and down, and you can hit a lot of stuff. In fact, there's very few exercises that I've not been able, well, I shouldn't say exercises, but like muscle groups that I've not been able to target with this machine. I think legs are a little bit more tricky, but if you take, I wouldn't say calisthenics, but if you take some compound body movement exercises, you can enhance them quite a bit with this machine. So it's doable. It's a really fantastic all-around machine. So that's pretty sweet. Another friend and I went ahead and put this bench together. It's excellent. I don't know if you can tell from the video, but it's really close to up and down vertically, straight, 90-degree angle. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, it's really good. I think that one of the things that enhances its usability is, well, it's not just the 90-degree angle, but it's short enough that your head is like your head is up here, so you don't like hit the pad, which is great for like military press and stuff where you kind of want some movement in your head and your neck, and so that's not as restricting as some other benches could be. The padding is nice. Padding feels really good. I think the only limitation that it's got is that the weight limit is 400 pounds, including the user. So we're not talking massive weight here. gotta take it down a notch. So as I pointed out before, we got the Titan X3 rack, sturdy as heck. Definitely one of the better products that Titan puts out. Nothing was bent, nothing was missing. It all came together pretty smoothly. I would say that the only downside and like potential thing that you want to do is like maybe invest in some upgraded J hooks. I know that like as I was looking online, the fact that there's not really any support underneath, like reinforcement up there, like that could be an issue. Not really at the weight that I'm ever going to be doing, but some people complained about that being one of the weaker points. So you can get J hooks that are reinforced. So I would take some time and work towards that if you're going to be doing heavy lifting or powerlifting movements, and you know, depending on how far you want to progress. So the other machine that my friend and I moved in here is this Hoist V4. It's quite the multi-use, multifaceted machine. Yeah, you've got the attachment up here for all of the like pull downs, tricep exercises, basically anything that you could really need to do. That was just the worst way to describe that. Anything that you could need to do. That's right. That thing is for anything that you could need to do, including squats and bench press. Straight from that handle. Nothing works if you don't have that handle. But anyways, moving on. You've got this that comes out here, which is really good if you want to like sit down and do tricep extensions on this. Works excellently. These bars articulate forward, moving this. You can articulate those forward, and they're dual purpose. On the one hand, you can do different types of rowing exercises, or you can swing them out and you can do chest press or tricep press, which is pretty excellent. You've got the pads there for putting your knees underneath when you're doing pull downs, so that's pretty good. And then as you can probably guess, you've got the opportunity to lift the bench up, and it comes up probably 8 to 10 inches, and you can, well, yeah, 8 to 10 inches, somewhere around there. And you can do leg curls, leg extensions. Really the only thing that you're not going to be able to hit on this is something like leg press or squats. That type of movement is not really accessible for this machine, but like leg curls, that's a muscle I really like to hit and not kind of like feel weighed down by, you know, like I want something that I can target those muscles with. So it's nice to have something in-house that I can do that with. And I don't know if I showed you guys before, but this here is the Clausing lathe, and I use this for toning. Essentially what you can do is you can like, stick your arm in there, and then you tighten this down around your wrist. Well, not around your wrist, sorry, around your elbow. And then essentially you turn it on, and it spins really fast. And then you can use that cutting tool to go ahead and carve out all the muscles so that you have a lot of definition. It's an expensive machine. It's a bit of a specialty, but it's, you know, it's all about definition and the veininess. So yeah, that's a good thing. I'm kidding. Take it easy. We're only halfway through the video. You got to take it easy. You can't leave now. Can't leave now. I don't even know how that looked. I could have just been like super close. We're gonna hope that I've got like a good complexion day. All right, so this is kind of cluttered, but you've got a standing preacher bench here. This is gonna get cleared out and taken care of so that exercises can be done. There's a decline core bench over there. It's just a short bench for doing core work. Nobody ever does core work here, so that'll never get used, but it's got a nice perch there. I mean, like, think of all the other places that could be sitting, and yet it's sitting there, so that's important. Yeah, so there you go. That's the home gym. There's probably not going to be much more added. The only other thing that I had considered doing was maybe like a leg press machine, just something to kind of round off the legs, so that I've got some like alternative fatiguing movement or machines that I can sort of supplement the free range or the free movement exercises like with the rack here. So anyways, there you go. I'm gonna dive into with you momentarily just some ideas for the videos. That'll be good. You guys got an idea now of the progress of the home gym, and I wanted to kind of give you guys an idea that I had for some YouTube videos, and you guys give me feedback if any of them sound appealing to you. So one of the things that I kind of wanted to go over was maybe some favorites of mine from 2018. I know we're not in 2018 anymore. It's like I'm living in the past, but I know you guys sometimes are the unlucky benefactors of hearing about some new tool that I got. So I thought, hey, maybe I can go over like my top 10 favorite tools that I picked up last year and the top 5 worst, or the bottom 5 worst. Maybe that makes more sense. So that was one idea. I know that everybody likes to give me crap about my cars. Why do I have so many? Why do I not have a used car dealership? And I thought, hey, maybe I'll just go over some cars and you guys can know what I do about the cars, which is nothing. So it'll be like a museum. It's like an outside museum where the state and decay of the things that are in the museum constantly degrade, which is fine because then it's like more to restore, more progress, and a bigger achievement when I actually accomplish it. So I'm really just helping my future self out in that regard. So take notes. These are some pro tips that you're seeing in this video. Anyways, another one was just hanging out in the shop. You know, what do you guys... Well, that's what we did today. Came out in the shop and just hung out with you guys for a few minutes and kind of showed you what was going on. Some projects that I've been working on, some things, well, one thing that I made, and just the progress overall with the video and audio equipment. Let's see, automotive how-tos. That might be something that's helpful. I know that there's a million of those on YouTube, but maybe some specialized how-tos, like fixing the ignition switch in a Toyota Celica when it doesn't want to start with the key anymore. There are other ways to fix that switch that don't revolve around wiring in a push button to start your car. So we could go over that. Yeah, and I think the only other real significant idea that I had was just kind of taking you through the build that I've got. Well, build that I've got for the 2009 Scion XB. I want to go ahead and do some upgrades to it, and I figured, well, hey, maybe if you guys are along for the ride, you guys can appreciate the progress of that car and what it kind of turns into. I've seen quite a few videos on YouTube that, I don't know, somewhere between poor audio, poor video, lacking explanation of what they've done. And I'm not trying to say they did a bad job of it, but I'm not saying that somebody couldn't do a better job of it, so I'm contemplating jumping into that. So we'll see, because that's something I want to do in the next 6 months. So yeah, there you go. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. It's a little bit longer video than there has been. the last few times. So I hope you like some of the upgrades and audio video equipment, and maybe it'll make for slightly better videos in the coming months. Anyways, have a good day. See ya. Well, I thought that was a perfectly good place to end the video, but then out of the corner of my eye, I saw movement, and lo and behold, there was a mouse climbing down a cord. So, oh man, I just want to share that with somebody because, yeah, don't really appreciate mice. Kind of wish those weren't in the shop. On the other hand, definitely need to be purchasing some hamsters, because hamsters are different than mice. I swear, if I see the mouse, I'm gonna have to get a mouse trap. It was like climbing right up that black cord right there. Well, it's climbing down it, but I don't know where it went. I think it's gone. But you can hear it. Or else that's me making noise. That would be embarrassing. But I promise you I wasn't the one walking up the cord. Anyways, there you go. I think there's going to be mouse traps out here in the near future. I'm just saying. It was me making noise. Gosh dang it, this stupid box. I don't even know. All right, and we're done.